Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. We're still doing our 100-day crafting challenge, but you know what? We don't have that much more to go. So let's enjoy it while we can. Okay, so today we're working on day 57. Don't let me forget to mark that. You know how I am. I'll forget and then I'll have to do an insert and then, you know, it's a thing. Okay, so today what I thought I would do is start a little hinged journal. This is going to be, I don't have a prototype to show you. So print out whatever papers or use whatever papers. If you have scrapbook paper, that's fine. Some nice Stamperia would work beautifully. Or graphic 45 or whatever other kinds you, just use what you have. I'm using some of the background paper from the Hometown Journal Kit that's in my Etsy, just saying. So I'm going to make a few pages. There's going to end up being 4 to make a little insert, hinged insert journal. It's like making a small little journal. You don't have to use it as an insert. For me, this is going to be an insert, okay, to go into the Hometown Journal when I get around to making it. Okay, so this is a pretty simple concept, okay, and I'll show you how to do it and then we'll start putting it together. It's just a start today. We're not going to do the whole thing, so you can get all your stuff together. I'm using lightweight cardstock on mine. If you have scrapbook paper, that's a little bit lighter than what I'm using, but it'll work. I wouldn't suggest using regular copy paper for this because it needs to be a little strong, okay? So this is what we're gonna, this is the shape we're going for, okay? We're gonna make hinges on both sides. Well, one's gonna be a gusset and one's gonna be a hinge, but it's the same thing when you're cutting it out, okay? So let's do this. I'm doing, excuse me, I'm doing 6.5 by 8.5. Now, to the 8.5 is mostly because that's the length of my page, or the width of my page, however you want to look at that. Okay, so I want it to be, yeah, 6.5 tall. The half is for the hinge, right? So in the end, we're going to have a 6-inch pocketed page, right? Okay. So I'm gonna mark my page so I know where to trim. I could just open that thing up and stuff, but it's big, so I don't. Okay, let me see. I want this to be straight up here. This to be, I'm trying to make sure I get the right, you know, the right place. Because I'm very talented. I can get the wrong place and cut the wrong size, and I'm good at it. I am. I know me. Okay, so this is what I want to cut off. It's just there, straight. Straight, please. Okay, so yeah, like that. And mostly that's about all you're going to be cutting off. We have one place to cut off when we do the gussets and stuff like that. But other than that, it's all that you're going to be cutting off. So yeah, let's just turn this over. This is super simple, guys. This is so beginner friendly. It doesn't look like, you know, excuse me, I have to reach for my bone folder. It doesn't look like it's going to be so easy, right? It's like, oh yeah, you're going to do all that and that and that. No, it's easy. It really is. We're just going to make this a fun, easy time. As soon as I can get this. I use my scoreboard sideways. If you haven't been around me very long, you'll figure me out. I can use it, but use your tools the way it works best for you. I can use this better sideways. So I'm scoring 1/2 inch on both sides. right? Don't fold them up yet. And 1/2 inch on the bottom. Hold it really good so it doesn't wiggle around on you, because I don't know if I'm the only one that it does that with, but you know, it does. Okay, so I'm not going to score this next part. I'm just going to fold this in half. All right, straight-ish, right? So once you get that done, you've got a whole bunch of your work already done. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put this away now. I think I'm done with that for a minute, at least. Okay, so now we've got this part. Score line, score line, score line, score line, right? Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you saw me do it, so you know they're there. Scissors. So I'm gonna take, now I don't know if you can see it or not, but from that score line down just a little wedge off of that, just a tiny wedge, not a big one, just a little bitty wedge, right? That big. Okay, just a little bitty wedge. That's just going to make sure that I know I'm going to be cutting one of these bottoms off. Doesn't matter which one, guys. Doesn't matter at all. Okay, so I'm going to use my trimmer to do that, because I can get a straighter-ish line doing that. Now you don't have to use your trimmer. You can use whatever you want to use. Okay, you can use scissors. You can use a craft knife. You can use whatever you want. Right? Now on this, when you're using a trimmer, I look for the first little piece where it has where you can see this cut line that's on your trimmer, right? So I look for that, and then I just do that, and that cuts it right off. Now you may have to trim it up a little bit more if it needs it, but mostly it'll work. Mostly, okay? So let me get that out of the way again. All right, so see, what mostly will work is you're folding that inside. So let's fold this in, and this is just the basic on how to make these pages. I thought, you know, I may as well just show you on a few times. Maybe there won't be too much elevator music, you know, it's just a thing. Okay, so now that we've got this corner we've got to take out. So again, just really a small wedge angle right there and right there. See? Coming into shape. And I'm going to take just a small little wedge angle off of there. That's pretty simple, huh? Now that's the basic shape that we're going for, okay? We want this to be like so. This way and this way, right? And you say, oh, well, you've got a whole bunch left over. Yes, that one's going to go this way. Okay? Because that's what we're using as our, you know, hinge, right? I'll use my words eventually. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take just a little slight angle here and a little slight angle here. Don't you just love paper crafting? You can make all kinds of stuff. I mean, you can even do origami. It's cool. It's all. I don't do too much origami. It confuses me. I don't like to be confused. Okay, so we've got that. That's our pocket page. As soon as we put it together, right? Let me get some tape and we'll put this one together. Now, for this, you can ink afterwards. You don't have to ink it beforehand. If you're going to ink, it's not like a bunch of little intricate anythings right now. We're just putting the page together, and you can ink around that anytime because it's, you know, yeah. So let's go ahead. We want tape and or glue. You know, for me it's along here and along here. And that will close up our pocket. And we can, that's the wrong tape. Okay, let me get a different one. I know it's over here somewhere. That's the wrong tape. Did I leave my tape somewhere weird? I don't usually do that. Okay, here's one. It hasn't been used. I get a whole new roll of tape because I misplaced my other tape. That works for me. Okay, I'm just gonna put my tape here, here, all the way up to the end there, and do this side too. This will be a fun little thing to make, and it'll also be a really nice insert journal for my journal. Just saying. Okay. That I haven't made yet, but I will. I'm good to my word. I will make it. Actually, I have several that I want to make with that, but that's okay. It's in the future, all right? Okay, I'm looking for something that's not laying down on my desk, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do the bottom. And get my glue. I haven't used it yet this morning, so we're living on the wild side. That's how we roll, right? Oh, it's working. Nice. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to be making a few of these pockets, like I said, 4. And so if you're going to craft along with me, you might need, you know, not just the stuff for the pockets, because when we go to do the spine, you know, put it together kind of thing, and do the spine, we'll be using a little fabric. So there's that. Come on, you. Get in there. What are you being ornery for? I don't like ornery. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So, yeah, a little fabric for the spine will be helpful. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put an actual cover on it or just leave it as just the hinged pages. I don't know. It's an either or, really. You can do it, but you don't have to do it, right? Because this is just going to go together as a hinged piece, and a hinged piece. We're going to stack them up, right? Okay, let's do this again. This one's already cut out, so we're going to do this and get that going, right? And this one, oh, I haven't cut this out. Okay, all right. I left a little bit so you have reminders, or I tried to. There's, where'd it go? Different things that I do when I'm trying to set up a, you know, do the prep for a video. I try to think of things that might help if you see it again, but I don't want to have too much, you know, elevator music going on, if I can help it. Now, sometimes you just have to play that music because you kind of have to. Okay. So, I'm going to take that tiny little wedge off here. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back, I think. Technical difficulties and all. Okay, so we've got this one ready. Let me go ahead and take this one. Take this little edge off. And this one. So, tape. Of course, I laid something right on that, but that's okay. All right, let's get back in our flow here. Yep, get that on there, and this on here. Yeah. Yeah, once you get the page made, then we start stacking them together, okay? And you can put a cover, but you don't have to. So we'll see what we do, right? Okay, now let's not have any orneriness this time. Okay. Yep, just get all this glued. Try to line it up as best you can. With me, it won't matter a whole lot because I'm going to probably put some lace and such around mine. It's just what I do. It is what I do. So, alright, now we're going to get this together, and there you are. I'm just putting glue on the part, the the gusset part. It's the same thing, but you know. Okay, then put that on there. Give it a roll. Now, I think that's probably sufficient so that you guys know how to put these together. Pretty easy. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put them together, and then in the next video we'll take it to the next step. Have a little fabric, you know, just hanging around, because now make sure that your pockets are all in the same direction, okay? Because that could get, you know, complicated. If you have a pocket opening here and the next one opening here, then it's not going to work so good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this hinge and fold it in like so, and line these up and put them together. The next one will be hinged like so, and it'll go on to the next one. Super simple and easy, which, you know, I'll do those off camera, but I just wanted to show you how I'm putting them together so you know. So let's get us some tape on here. And if you're gonna ink, you know, ink. I will ink these up off camera because, you know, there's that. Okay. Squeegee. Alright, so to make a little hinged journal, you just simply do it this way. And like I said, in the next video, we will do the next thing. We've got the spine to put together. You want to leave it to where the spine has a lot of flexibility and such, but you do want it to be secured securely, if that makes sense. I'm still trying to do that. Okay, so if you hold it like so, right, and make sure they're lined up on this side and on this side. This side is more important to be lined up on, so just so you know, make sure this side, because this is the side people are going to see. Nobody's going to see this. Once you put this together, nobody's going to see that. They're going to see this side. Okay, so if you're a little off, if it folded a little wonky, if it cut a little wonky, whatever, hide it over here, not over here. It's just saying. But yeah, this is the side you want straight, and this side you just want it hinged together really good. Okay, then you do that with the others. I'm doing 4, so yeah, it's going to be a fun little insert journal for me, and I think if you guys want to make it, it'll be a fun little mini journal type situation for you. You can make these. You don't have to have envelopes this way, right? Okay, so you just have cardstock or scrapbook paper. This works great. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of those off camera so that, I mean, it's just the same thing. Putting them together and, you know, sticking them to each other. All right? And then we'll come back and do the next part. It's going to be fun. It is. And I'm going to mat these with some of the collage pages, digitally collaged from the Hometown Journal Kit. But if you're using scrapbook paper, you can mat them with whatever you want to mat them with, or other digitals, or, I mean, you know, whatever you want to do. Just you do you. And we're going to have something pretty when we get done. Okay, day 57, done. All right. We're getting there, guys. We really are. Let me close this or I'll be sad. Okay, so day 57, done. We've got it going our way. So, thank you again for hanging out with me and making all these things with me, or at least watching and laughing as I mess up. So, thank you for being here with me, and yeah, just thank you. You guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.